Hey friends, thanks for making that right turn over here to Mallard's Cooking Corner. All right, it is not the Dappo that I'm showing off today, but I'm sure you've seen a lot of my videos coming through, literally using that thing every day. In fact, Clint just made breakfast sandwiches in it today. Definitely want to get on my calendar because it is 60% off small appliances this month. When you host your own party, a qualifying party is just $200 and you can get that bad boy for $139. I am not showing that, but I am showing my workhorse. You have seen me use it before. That is the electric twist and chop. Like I've said before, I was not excited about the food processor when Pampered Chef released this last fall. However, I do use it all the time. So let's do some roasted red pepper hummus. This is so delicious. Please. Hummus is so easy, make your own, I promise. The one thing that I would suggest, there's a few things that I suggest to get really creamy hummus. First one is when you get your canned chickpeas or garbanzo beans, just bring them to a boil, heat them up, and then pop them in cold water. And when you pop them in cold water, it'll and then you can kind of manipulate it. I run it with my fingers, and that brings all those skins to the top, and then you just skim off the skins. De-skinned, unskinned, naked garbanzo beans is what you're looking for. Okay, so I just have a 15-ounce can of the chickpeas here. And then the other main ingredient to hummus is tahini. So tahini is sesame seeds. So we are gonna do about 1/4 cup of that. And again, a lot of the times I just eyeball. I really like a creamy hummus, so I'm always adding like extra. You're gonna see I'm gonna put about another 1/4 cup of olive oil, a very good olive oil. Highly recommend, especially when you're doing a dip like this. And then I have about 2/3 of a cup of roasted red peppers in here. So delicious. This brings out so much flavor, such great color. Now, one thing I do love in this household is garlic, and if a recipe calls for 1 clove of garlic, I put in 3, but I am all out of garlic, so here's some garlic paste that I found. So I'm gonna make a generous size squirt of garlic here. The other thing that I'm gonna do is add some roasted red pepper flakes with a little bit of cumin in here, and then just some salt and pepper. These are our salt and pepper grinders. I like these bad boys because you can control the coarseness of the ground down here. A little bit of salt. And then one last thing is a lemon. And I am gonna put a full lemon in there just because I really like that fresh citrus, especially with the garlic. So you would think this is our citrus press. You would think that most people put it down like that and then go like this, but you actually flip it this way. Now, I know this is a citrus press, and I do understand there are a lot of them on the market, but literally this one yields so much juice. I don't think there is anything else like it on the market. Take a look at this. I'm not getting an ounce of anything left in there. So I'm gonna do it one more time. I think it does only call for like a half when you're only doing like 1 can. I think it is only like a half, but I love lemon. So we're gonna put that in there. And we'll get this bad boy turned on. There's gonna be a couple of other things that I'm gonna do as this is going to make it creamier. I'll get there in just a second. So the electric twist and chop, turn it on. You got your 2 settings here, the on or the pulse, like if I'm just doing say salsa, but again, chop, puree, whip, mince, perfect for this. Salsa, nuts, tzatziki. There's an amazing olive tamponade that I do in this, so good. But roasted red pepper hummus today, it's going to get loud. But it's literally become a workhorse in my kitchen. Hi Kathy, hi Shelly, hi Connie, hi everybody. So not only do the blades move like this, they also move up and down. So a lot of the times with your food processors, you're having to like push the food down. You don't have to in this case. So we're getting pretty mixed here. The other thing, a couple of other tips, ice cubes. I know it seems strange, but when you're putting in ice cubes, it will also help to break it up and make it creamier too. So I usually probably pop in, I don't know, 3, 4, whatever I feel like. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil. There is this place here where you can add more olive oil, and then this funnel will slowly kind of mix it in here. Put that on, turn it on again. But this bad boy is a perfect reason to host a party, because when you host a party, you not only get the special for the month, you also start to earn half-price items. This is a perfect half-price item. It's $100 or $99 normally. Get it for half off. So makes it worth it. I use it 3 to 4 times a week. I am not joking. I was not excited about it. This is looking so good. That ice is really just kind of breaking up in there. And I think it's looking like the consistency that I want. I'm gonna grab a spoon. Here we go. I do love hummus. My favorite thing to eat with hummus is cucumbers. Drop in the comments what your favorite thing is. Look at that. So good. Delicious. That smokiness of the roasted red pepper brings it just to another level. All right, thanks for being here. I'm sorry I've been a little MIA. Work's been crazy. And yeah, thanks for being here. Talk to y'all soon.